Hello, Wetpaint College faculty. The purpose of this short video recording is to introduce you to ways in which you can set up Wetpaint Wiki and how you can modify content once your Wetpaint Wiki is set up. So here's how we do it. Here I am at the Wetpaint College homepage, so I'm going to go type in www.wetpaint.com. and we'll end up at the Wetpaint Wiki home page. First thing they want us to do is to name our site, so I'm just going to hit YC Institute. Now they want us to have a URL that's going to be specific to our site, so I'll just hit ycinstitute.wetpaint.com. Then we hit go. Here we have a few options. Our site name is YC Institute, that works. Our URL, ycinstitute.wetpaint.com, works for us. What's your site about? Just say education. And these are the options they're going to have you go through so they can help people find your site if you so choose. And I'm going to show you in a second how you don't necessarily have to let people see your site or find them with search engines. So what type of site is this? It's an education site. And here is the all-important aspect of when you're setting up your wiki. Who can view your site? Everyone. A public site allows anyone on the web to discover, explore, and join your site, or just your invited members. So you can just invite a few people to view this site, and you can choose, kind of like sending them an email or something like that. I'm going to say everyone can view this site, anyone in the world, because it's just for fun and we're just setting it up. Now, number 2 is tell us who can edit your site. Wikis, as you know, are collaborative sites where people work together to form the content that is displayed. So now we need to make some important decisions. Who can do the modifying of the content? Well, you need to ask yourself, what's the purpose of this website that I'm creating? Is it something that I just want for myself, a personal website? If that's the case, and I have one, you might want to hit only people I invite. If I invite someone, they can modify it, but if I don't invite them, then they don't have access to change anything that I've placed on there or to add anything that they feel inclined to add. So if it's a personal site, then maybe you want to go with this option if it's just for your students to view things. However, if you want to work with your students to create a site, maybe you want to put anyone who joins your site, and you get to decide who joins. You can send them an email. Anyone who joins might be a good option. But for us, I'm just going to put everyone, even anonymously. So even if someone hasn't joined our site, remember we decided on how they'll join our site up here, anyone can modify information on our website. Let's just do that so everyone can have access. And it says continue step 2, the fun part. The fun part, they call it the fun part because you can decide how your site's going to look. So let's do this one. Looks nice. It's called Celebration. I feel like celebrating because the semester is over. Okay, so that's kind of the skin or the layout we're going to have, and you'll be able to see it a little more in a second. Now it says you can preview it and you can kind of check it out, but I'm just going to go on to step 3. Now you're going to go through the normal drill where you have to type in obscure lettering that you can't actually see, and to help protect the site from computer androids that create a bunch of sites and never use them. So you can go through that, and you're used to it because you buy things online. I've seen you during your office hours. Okay, so now that you've set up your wiki, here we are. It's our home page, and they've got it all set up for us with our banner across the top saying this is Wetpaint College Summer Institute Wiki. I've actually modified some of this content already, and I've put in a few things. As you can see, pages to the left I've added in your navigation bar. As you can see, it's like most sites navigate. To the left you have a bunch of menus and links you can go to. Now I'm going to show you kind of how you modify the content on the wiki itself. I'm just going to give you a quick tutorial about what's known as the Easy Edit button, adding a page and editing pages, subpages, that sort of thing. So over here, as you can see on the left side of your screen, I have a bunch of different subpages. Here we are on our home page. I'll click on it so you can see that here we are. This is our home page. You have my College Summer Institute home, and I have a video on here that kind of gives you an intro to wikis themselves. But here I have other links. Blogs, or weblogs, as some people still know them to be. And then web links, videos, a how-to page for things, PowerPoints, RSS feeds, and images or photos. So I'm going to run through just a few things that we can add to the wiki itself. Let's do weblogs first. And the key to any website is any website that you use through a system like Wetpaint or Blogger or WordPress is how to get things off of your computer and onto the internet. That's the world of HTML. That's the language that the internet uses to basically publish things for all to see, or based on your privacy options, for only a few people to see. How is this done? Here, the most important button you can learn is this one, the Easy Edit button. This puts us into an HTML editor mode, and that's not important to remember. But what is important to know is that this website will do it for you, as opposed to Dreamweaver or Front Page, where you have to come up and you have to know some programming code and you have to be very nerdy. Here, no nerds involved. It's just like typing in Word. So for a weblog, if I was going to blog about the Summer Institute in 2009, I'd start it off saying, you hit Easy Edit, you click in the box, and suddenly you're creating content on the internet. And I could blog for a long time about the food that we've eaten, and hasn't it been great? So that's all you do. So once you've created stuff that you want published up onto the internet, all you have to do is hit save. Then it's going to say, well, here's an edit note, and this next box is kind of superfluous for me. I always just hit save again without even reading it, really. But what it's asking you here is, do you want to inform other people a little bit with giving them a little note saying why you've added something? And this works especially if you have lots of people that are modifying content on a web page and they're wondering, oh, why did they add this? And I could say, oh, it was necessary. Okay, with this little note. You don't have to add anything, but you can. I usually skip this altogether and just hit save again. So there we go. I've added web content, and there it is. Weblogs page, and I said the food was great. It's a very short blog, but you get the idea. You could add lots more. And that's basically what you could do as far as blogging. Now I'm going to explain just a few other things using this Easy Edit button. Weblogs is the first, and that's basically just typing some text there into the internet for all to see. But there's lots of other things we can do. We can add images, we can add videos, and I'm going to show just a few more things using this Easy Edit button, and you'll see how truly easy it is. But I'm going to take a break now, and I'll join you in another video session.